outrageous predictions. Stephen Means, Nathan Baird, Andrew Gillis coming to you ahead of Ohio State's primetime kickoff game against Wisconsin on Saturday. Andrew, we'll let you go first here. What's your outrageous prediction for the Buckeyes and the Badgers?
Yeah, I've been thinking about some weird ones. I think there's some basic ones that I was going through, but I mean, that's kind of no fun. That defeats the purpose of this. So I'm going to say Ohio State gets 3 turnovers defensively, 2 interceptions against Wisconsin. 2 interceptions against Wisconsin kind of feels weird, but I think Ohio State is going to force Wisconsin to be behind in this game. I think that it's going to be close enough to where Ohio State is not in a position where it's garbage time, not in a position where it's 31-0 going into the fourth quarter. I think that this game is going to be a little bit closer. I think Wisconsin is going to have to be able to throw the ball, which they are not really adept at doing. So I think Ohio State's secondary is going to have a really nice day, just maybe not in terms of volume. I think that they're going to be, maybe a little bit bored early on, but I think as this game goes along, they're going to force Wisconsin to throw the ball because Wisconsin's going to be down and not down by a margin of victory or not down by a margin of defeat that makes it look so ugly. So I think that Wisconsin's going to throw the ball to try and get back into it, and I just think that that's going to go really poorly for them. So I'm going to say Ohio State's secondary forces 2 interceptions, and Ohio State gets a third on a fumble recovery. So I'm going to say 3 turnovers for the Ohio State defense with 2 interceptions.
So I'm going to go next here, and it's about Braelon Allen and Ohio State's ability to stop the run. They're averaging 3.0 yards per carry for all other offenses. That's what they're allowing Ohio State is. Braelon Allen has had 100 yards in all but 3 games this year. And for his career, anytime he's had at least 10 carries, he's had at least 45 yards in every single game. While for Ohio State this season, the only time a guy's had over 50 yards, Audric Estime for Notre Dame had 70 yards on 14 carries. And then Devin Maccabee for Purdue 2 weeks ago had 110 yards on 18 carries. Those are the only running backs who have been able to consistently run the ball. I think Braelon Allen's the best running back they've played so far this season, and he might be the second best running back they play all year behind Blake Corum at Michigan, obviously. But the way Ohio State is stopping the run right now, especially once teams come off of their script and maybe have gassed Ohio State a couple of times, they have shut down running backs. They did that to Nicholas Singleton and Kaytron Allen in the Penn State game. I think they're going to do that here as well. I'm saying that they hold a guy who has never had less than 40 yards when he's had at least 10 carries in a game in his career. I'm saying they're going to hold Braelon Allen to under 40 yards on Saturday, stop Wisconsin from being able to run the ball, which in turn will probably halt their entire offense, which is why my game score was Wisconsin only scoring 10 points. So Braelon Allen, less than 40 yards on more than 10 carries for the first time in his career. Nathan, let's get outrageous.
Let's get outrageous. I was actually thinking about something along those lines. I don't think I would have gone maybe quite as low as you did. So I think that's going to be, if they can do that, I think it signifies another step forward here. Although, again, I don't know how much they have to respect Wisconsin's passing game. But you always have to respect Ohio State's passing game, even while other aspects of the offense haven't quite clicked in. I'm going to take McCord to have 4 touchdown passes. And I picked Ohio State, if you listen to our game score, to have our game predictions, I should say, to score 4 touchdowns. So I'm going to say all 4 touchdowns come via McCord passes. And to make it truly outrageous, I'm going to say none of them are to Marvin Harrison Jr. And it won't be because of anything Marvin Harrison Jr. isn't doing. It'll just be because it's time to show that you can spread the ball around this offense a little bit more. Marvin Harrison Jr. is a great crutch to have. I think this is a kind of week where a team is going to be very primed to try to take him away again. But you get Emeka Egbuka back, we think, maybe from injury, possibly. You've also still got so many weapons and emerging weapons. I think this could be another touchdown for Carnell Tate. I think it could be another touchdown for Cade Stover, who just keeps showing up week after week and building off of what he did last year. You got Xavier Johnson that you can go in the mix. You got something that maybe you can get the ball to one of these running backs and use that more than they have used in the past 7 games, really, or even dating back to last season when they got away from it. That's something that they can get back in being a more staple of this offense and something that would help them when they have to go up to Ann Arbor in a few weeks. I don't know. I just feel like this is a week for McCord to both maybe show a progression in terms of like really driving that part of the offense forward, and also a chance to spread it around. So outrageous would be 4 touchdowns and none of them to Marv.
Marvin Harrison Jr. is responsible for half of Kyle McCord's 12 touchdown passes this year, so that would be outrageous, but also that would be a new career high. He's had 3 touchdown passes 3 times in his career. He did it against Youngstown State, Western Kentucky, and Purdue, so career high day for Kyle McCord, according to Nathan Baird, but none of it is going to the best wide receiver and potentially the best weapon in the country. That's how you get outrageous on Buckeye Talk.
Listen, Marvin could still have like 160 yards. I don't know. I'm just
That's
saying.
True.
Just won't get in the end zone.
No end zones for Marvin Harrison Jr. Stopping the run. Those are our outrageous predictions. Sign up for the text 614-350-3315. All news and analysis going there for us before anywhere else. 2-week free trial, $3.99 after that. And get Buckeye Talk wherever you listen to podcasts.